So today you're going to create two different things, both using this Loft tool, this one here, but we're going to use two different methods. So one is going to require you to do this, where in which you draw one shape, like a circle, and then a different shape, like an oval or a hexagon or whatnot. And then they're on two planes that are 90 degrees apart. So in other words, there's this one, and they are 90 degrees apart. Then also include a path, and I'll show you why. I'm going to show you how to draw these in a second, but let me show you why you want a path. Because if you drew a shape here, and then on this plane you draw a shape, and then you say loft, it will take this circle and match it up with that oval and connect them. It will gradually change from a circle to an oval, and it'll just go straight. But you can click path right here, path, and it'll say choose something, and I'll say choose this path, and then it'll do the same thing, go from circle to oval, but following a path that you choose or that you create. So that's one I want you to do. So these are more advanced lofts, right? Before we just did two shapes and connected them. So now we're doing two shapes on 90 degrees apart, and then a path to tell it to follow. Be careful with this. If you do a very complex path, or you make it where this shape, you see these little red circles, or they're pink circles, or whatever that is. If they start colliding in with each other, like your shape closes and starts to crash into itself, it might give you an error and not do it. So you definitely want enough space. I purposely put this shape right here. I made it like 1.5 inches, and I put it 4 inches up, and I put this one 4 inches out that way, so it has plenty of room to bend. The other one is we've done something like this before. We've done something like this where we have a square and we have another shape, let's say a hexagon, and you tell it to combine. But I did one extra step. I added a whole nother shape right here, this second plane right here. No, not the plane. The sketch on the plane. Where is it? Right here. I did if you look, there's 3 sketches. I did a hexagon, a pentagon, and then a square. And then I told it to loft. So if you look, when I delete this shell, delete this loft, delete. So if I say loft from here to here, that's what it will look like that. What it does is it takes a square and a hexagon and connects them. See? Let me check done. That's what it will look like. Okay? But it looks a little bit different, and you can make it look a lot different if you delete these off right here, these ones I chose, and I say, okay, loft from here to here to here. So then it gradually changes into it's kind of funky. I did a hexagon to a pentagon. So I did a 6 side to a 5 side to a 4 side, and it got that cool weird pattern. But you can choose to do other things as well. For example, if I delete that loft off and I change this drawing, which was the second drawing, that one right here. This one. Let's delete this. And I'm curious, what would happen if I made it just a circle? I don't know. I think it would just go to a circle and then back to a square on the other side. So let's just try to make it a circle. Circle, boom. We'll just match this inner side of the other shape. It's like almost 4 inches, so let's just go 4 inches. And then check. All right, there we go. So I have a square up here, and a circle, and then I have a hexagon. So that's what happens. Wait, why is it saying error? Okay, well, let's see what happens. Loft is giving me some sort of error. Let's go from here to here to here. So this is where the center is actually a circle. I mean, if you look at my circle, it is a perfect circle in the center, but it's a perfect square on top and a hexagon on the bottom. So it blends from a hexagon to a perfect circular shape in the middle to a square out here. So that's how we do that. So how do we do them? Let's go back to the beginning. So the first one, document, we'll call it 90 degree loft. So 90 degree loft. There we go. So first we have to choose two that are 90 degrees apart. I will choose this plane here and this one down here. So I just draw one at a time though. So sketch, and I'm going to draw on that one which is this one here. So let's click on that right side to rotate it. And let's draw a square. Why not? I'm gonna draw it in the middle here. And I'm gonna go here and make sure that this is, let's say 1.5, and let's say that this is, I don't know, let's go 1 inch. And then so I got a little rectangle there. And then notice this is 1.5 inches wide. I just want to center it on this center line here. So I'm going to say from here to here should be 1.5 divided by 2. So it's right in the middle. See? So it's right in the middle. And lastly, notice it's not all black. There's still some blue. And I'm going to push escape to get out of the tools. And you'll see why. Because I can still go up and down. I never said how far from the origin here. So let's do that. I think it's good practice to sit here and make sure that everything is as exact as possible to your plan. So I'm going to put the 3 inches high, put it up there a ways. Like I said, I want some room. And there, I'm done. So I'm done with that one. I know exactly where I wanted it. Okay, the other one I'm going to put on this plane here. So I'm going to say sketch. This is a new sketch, a new plane. And that's my top plane, so let's rotate to it. You can't see the other drawing, it's right here. It's like directly over our head. So we're going to draw the other one over here somewhere. And we got a square, so let's do something weird like an oval or something. An ellipse. So let's click this here. Let's click here. And I don't know, something like this. And let's dimension it out. Let's go here. And the other one was 1.5, so let's keep it wider. Let's make it wider. Why not? And this one is 0.8. That sounds good. I want it to really look like an ellipse. And it's still blue because I think I haven't said how far it is from the origin. That's the other constraint I haven't mentioned. So I'm going to say the other one was 4 inches away, I think, or 3. I don't remember. I think I said 4. We'll just do 4. Even if the other one was 3, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so there we go. We have 2 on 2 different planes. I have one on this plane, and I have this one on this plane. Now, on this plane, and I purposely put these so that the centers were right over this other plane. You see this plane right here? I purposely did that. So that way, when I draw on this plane, my line connects the two perfectly. And you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to do sketch. I'm going to click here. Let's rotate the front. So here's my one drawing. Here's my other drawing. And you can see the center of this one and the center of that one. There's little dots usually on the centers. And I'm going to go ahead and use that spline tool right here. And I'm just going to connect this. And where's the center of that one? Oh, yeah, thank you. Let's see here, participants. Oh, there's 2 people waiting. Thank you. I got working and didn't see them. All right. I don't see the center line. So this one does have a center line. So let's just start there. I'm gonna do this. I want a straight angular path. No, I want it straight up kind of. Then I'll gradually kind of straighten it out. I don't know where the center is, so I'm just going to click here and see what happens there. Hopefully it follows that. More or less looks in the center anyway. Check mark. Now I'm done. So if I click Loft and I click this square and I click here, it's just going to shoot a straight connection like that. Oh, and it twisted it for some reason. Anyway, so it just straight connects it. But and I wonder if I did that. So now I'm going to click this path right here. Say I want to use a path, and then choose this path, and let's see what it does. Oh, now it's giving me an error. Give me 1 second on that error. Hello?
This is an urgent message for the vehicle owner. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
All right. So let's see what the errors. I think it had something to do with that weird twist it had. So let's just exit out of here. I think it had a weird twist for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm going to click Loft, and I'm going to click this face. Then I'm going to click this face, and it's still twisted, and I have no idea why it twisted like that. It like connected this side, this corner, all the way over to this corner, and created like a twistiness to it. But let's see if it fixes if I say normal to profile and normal to profile. Let's see what happens. Hmm, still a bit odd. Let's see what happens when I say choose a path. And then it gives me the errors. It does not like that path. That is a messy path. I'm not sure where I went wrong on that one. It's like weird because the rectangle starts immediately to flip. If you notice, it doesn't stay straight. You see that pink? I'm not sure. Oh, and I think it's because my path. I'm not sure what happens. There's this weird twist right here, and I have no idea why it's doing that. Um, let's see if we can do this. How about this? We take that out. We change these back. None. None. And let's click these. Nope, it didn't do anything there. Tangent. That didn't seem to do anything. Nope. So let's just say none. And then let's take out the path. Yeah, for some reason it flips, and I have no idea why it did that. Usually it does not do that. So if that does that to you, I would say go back to one of the sketches. Let's say like this one. And I'm gonna first just try to change something. Let's just bring this up further. And but then I got to delete this line. So actually that's sketch 3, right? So you got to go to the sketch and do it. And I'm gonna delete that line. And let's go here to the spline tool. I'm gonna go to the very bottom of this line. Let's see if that works. All right, let's see if that helps. And then let's see what that does. I'm trying it from the bottom of each. And let's see if that helps. Sketch. No, not sketch. I'm not doing a sketch. I'm doing a loft. And my profiles are this profile and that profile. Still twisted again. I have no idea why. And let's see if I say to follow a path. That seemed to not give me an error. Check mark. There, it gave me a real twisty profile, but I still have no idea why it twisted it, but it worked. So play with it until it works. It looks like it'd be a cool faucet, I guess. If you want to do other things to it, you can, but you don't have to. Like you can shell it out, and then it does not like that because it gets too thin. So 0.05. Let's see. It didn't like that one either. What happens is it gets so thin. There we go. It gets really thin in one spot, really thin that it can't remove that much stuff off because it would be removing all the way through the part. It wouldn't be able to shell it is what it's trying to warn me. That's usually the type of error. One second here. So that's one right here. The other one is going to be the 3-layer, and this one's actually easier. So document, and I'll put 3-layer loft. Okay. And then this one's much easier. You're going to draw a sketch, and then go ahead and draw it here. Let's say on this top one here. And draw some shape. And let's draw, for me, I'll draw an ellipse. Let's do that. And check mark. So there's my ellipse. And now I need a new plane above it. So I'm going to go to, if you look, I'm going to go to plane right here, this guy here, plane. I'm going to click it. And you can slide up to wherever you want. Or you can just say, put it 2 inches above. Then we're going to draw on that new plane called plane 1, sketch, and click on that plane. And let's rotate to it. I'm going to click top here. And then let's make it a circle. How about that? Let's go to circle. Oops. Oh, that's a weird circle. I want a center point circle, not a 3-point circle. There we go. So let's go with something smaller. Let's go with here. And then done. And then let's do a new plane. And that's why we're doing a 3-layer one. We go to plane right here, click it, then click the plane we want to grow from. So click here and say we want a new one. And I'm going to stay consistent. I think I did 2 inches. Yeah, so there we go. They're all 2 inches apart. And let's rotate around to it. And let's click, actually, first I got to say sketch and click on that new top plane and then rotate to it. And I got these other two I can see. And I'm going to do ellipse again. I'm just going to go from like circle back to ellipse. Something that really matches that bottom one. Just want to see what that would look like. So it's going to go from a ellipse to a circle back to ellipse again. And let's see what that looks like. So then we're going to go to Loft. And so if I lofted before, it would almost be an extrusion. It would just be like, oh, from here to here. And it would just be it would just be like extruding, right? So I'm going to exit these off right here. And it's so it's saying the profiles. And I'm going to say you to you to you. And then click check mark. And there we go. I got this cool shape. Pretty neat. Nice little a vase to put my flowers, maybe. I don't know. And then I can shell it if I want. Just to shell it to make it hollow, so it's like a cup, I guess. So it's got a cool feature to it. It's a you could actually done another ellipse though. Now that I'm seeing it, you see how fat it is on the side? It's kind of fat here. But if you wanted to say the same thickness, you could have just done a smaller ellipse too. Just a much smaller ellipse, and then it would kind of be like you would get this a big ellipse to small ellipse back to big ellipse. But this is how you do a 3-layer, or you could even do more than 3-layer loft. So that's it. So I want to see one of each done today.